Okay, homeless at 15, pregnant at 16, a beautiful entrepreneur and success coach at 32. Natalie, welcome to Chatterbox.
Thanks for having me,
Welcome,
ladies.
Natalie. Good to have you.
Thanks.
All right, on your journey, you've had a couple of obstacles. Let's start with your mother's decision to give you up for adoption.
All right, so, quite frankly, I think it's one of the best decisions she's ever made in her life. If I look back at my life, it actually is the beginning of the next phase of how I got cultured, how I got exposed to another section of Jamaica. A lot of times people think, people from certain parts of Jamaica choose to make certain decisions that they make. But the facts are, if you're unaware and unexposed, then you're only going to do what you've seen. And so my mother's decision to give me away allowed me to grow up in middle-class Jamaica, and it allowed me an opportunity to go to school there and experience other things, which widened my vision for who I would be.
Okay, wow. So that's a really positive outlook.
Mm-hmm.
That's
right.
It is. Natalie, I mean, you being homeless at 15, you got pregnant at 16, but you still managed to secure several scholarships and 3 degrees.
Right.
How did you manage to get yourself to that place?
The truth is, I didn't conceive the idea of going to college before I did. And I didn't even conceive the idea of becoming a scholarship recipient. I didn't think I was that smart, I think a lot of times people get so caught up in how am I going to get it done? Mm-hmm. And so they never get it done because it seems too big and it seems too unrealistic. Mm-hmm. So I would say that the truth is I actually got started by focusing on my why. My why is very important to me. And at the time, my why was my son. My son was about 2 years old. The truth is, if I stayed in Jamaica, I definitely didn't have a scholarship. I definitely couldn't afford college. And I definitely had no way out based on what my circumstances were. I got an opportunity to go abroad, and so I took it. And that was my first college experience. And while I was there, I became a college scholarship recipient over and over and over. Nice. But it started with having a why that was bigger than failing, bigger than the obstacles, bigger than the challenges.
So, okay, so you have your why, but what fueled your drive to succeed? And maybe coupled with that question is, how do you deal with the negative? Because I'm sure, having gone through all that you've gone through, there are people who will just say nasty things. How do you deal with that?
Okay. Honestly, I think most successful people, they more have an internal locus of control, meaning that we believe we can change whatever we want to change.
I like that, we.
Right? So all successful persons, and I believe we were all born to win. Every single person on the universe was born to win. The mere fact that they're alive, they're a winner. To take it to the next level, they then need to understand that whatever circumstance is around them or seems to be happening to them, they have control. So go back to your question where you say, how do you handle the negative around you? Yeah. The facts are, people have never stopped saying negative to me, at me, or about me. And I don't think they ever will. In fact, the more out there I am, the more exposed I am, the more I'm doing, the more I accomplish, is the more negatives you will get. Yeah. The facts are, however, that my response to them is all that matters. Yeah. So the more I have become confident within myself, the more I'm aware of who I am, and the more I understand where I'm going and the importance of my past to where I'm going, then what they say about me really doesn't matter.
Really doesn't matter at all. The same thing I said earlier. But you've now gone into developing and doing your own business. You have Skylife. What is that concept all about?
All right. So the idea behind Skylife was, I think in 2013, I'd just been recruited for a company in Maryland. And we have really big contracts like the NAACP, the state of Maryland, state of New Jersey, state of Delaware, quite a few big contracts. And while I was there, I was very excited. It was this man's vision to really do significant work for the Black community as well as for the United States. I looked back and, I would go to work every day. I had a nice office, I had great clients, I got paid very well. I lived in a very nice circumstance, but I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy because I wasn't living my purpose. Wow. And a lot of times, we spend so much time chasing after what we think society says that success is, that we get lost in the noise of it. I was lost in the noise. Woke up every morning, not very happy, You know, I was very grateful. And you can be grateful and still be unhappy.
Yes.
So I was grateful but very unhappy because I wasn't where I belonged. And so I started praying. I started praying for a way out, you know, a way into what I'm really meant to do. And I came to Jamaica one Christmas and I saw an opportunity. It's, you know, I'm into multi-level marketing. So I saw an opportunity and I saw a way that if my mother was alive, which she isn't right now, but if my biological mother was alive, she's uneducated, but she's very sharp. She's good with numbers, she's good with people, and she's good with business. So this opportunity shows me how I can help people regardless of their educational background, which is something Jamaica needs a lot of. We have a lot of people graduating from college with various degrees, no jobs. A lot of entrepreneurs with great ideas, no finances. We have a lot of persons who are underemployed or unemployed. And so we need to get over the hump and see how we can leverage someone else's idea, someone else's business plan to make more money for our country, bring more money into Jamaica.
On that note, we have to ask our very last question, unfortunately, because when we could talk to you for, for days. What advice would you give our young ladies who are going through and they want to make it out, they want to make themselves better and their lives better? Having done it, what would you say to them?
Well, I'm still doing it, honey. So I don't think I've arrived.
Get yours.
I don't think I've arrived. But one advice I'll definitely say is, number one, you know, write your vision, write what you see for yourself. The truth is, what you see for yourself is so small compared to what you really will accomplish. But you need to start somewhere. So write what you want for yourself. Make a why. Get a why, whether it's your parents, yourself, your child. You know, get something that when you think about it, if you cannot get it down, it will be like suffocating to death. And you'll start to cry. It will move you into passion.
Something to motivate
Something that's
you.
going to push you past every time someone tells you no, every time someone tells you it makes no sense. And most importantly, for that young girl out there who's watching, come get yourself September 13th to the Pegasus. We're having a conference and it's called This Is Our Time to Win. And you're definitely going to get a chance to network with other powerful women just as yourself who are in different fields, and you'll be able to hear how to get over depression, how to get back your sexy, you know, because that's
to be able to motivate
how
yourself.
to motivate yourself and how to get into the career that you want to get into.
So just before we go, I need you to understand that this woman is also a mother, a wife and a mother of 4.
Yes, honey.
4.
What? You look fabulous.
Look at this fabulousness.
Thank you so much.
So good.